Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, Frank. I've been up all night with Luke.
Bit of a state, is he?
Aye, he's blowing his ear levels. Falling out with his family, but he didn't care. He was looking forward to being married with a kid. Now he's gotten out.
I can understand that. I know what I felt when Kim lost our baby. And that was just an accident, not just some mad deceit. Now then, Dave, what do you reckon about these mushrooms?
Well, they are mushrooms, are they? Not toadstools.
Well, you're the country, boy. Kim was out picking them 6 o'clock this morning. Couldn't sleep.
Right, and I'm trying to poison you.
I like my mushrooms done in lashings of butter. I'm more worried about what the doctor would say about my cholesterol than you bumping me off.
And then David must will take.
Thanks.
Kim's been telling me that she had you over here while I was away.
It was nothing.
There'll be a bonus in your pay packet. Say thanks.
There's no need, really.
There's every need. I'm very grateful for what you did. If it makes you feel any better about it, you're in charge today. I'm off out.
And where to?
I've seen the paperwork that piled up while I was at the conference. I'm playing truant. See you tonight.
And you'll be gone all day?
You need anything?
No.
Then yes, I've gone all day. Ta-ra.
Oh, rotten hell, another toaster. I told him to make sure people got a copy of the list and what had been ticked off.
Hey, you better make sure all these presents have got receipts with them.
Be easy to get money back in shops and all if they have.
Hey, quick! This is where she walks out.
Freeze the frame!
Look at his face!
Come on, you lot. Get these presents back to shots before some rotten devil tries to take them off us.
Hey, don't forget whose presents these are. If I flogged this lot, I could afford an holiday in Spain or something.
Hey, I forked out plenty for this wedding. And a present.
I didn't see no present.
I didn't see no wedding.
Can we start on this?
Ooh.
It doesn't look much like McAllister, does it? Just a minute. It does now.
Do you want some of this, Tina?
Where'd you get that plate from, Mum?
This? It was a present off Lady What's it and Mr. Turner. I say fancy only giving one plate. When we got wed, we got a full set, didn't we?
It's probably an antique.
Worth something?
Suppose so.
You get that cake off there, Nelly. That's going down to Oppen at rest at stuff.
Mum, you keep it as a souvenir.
And what about you, love?
Why should I want for out? I got what I wanted yesterday, when the whole village saw that McAllister for the stupid Burke he really is.
Now the schools are off, you really should be open.
I know that, but by the time I pay for the spring being capped, I won't be able to afford any furnishings.
Well, you can't afford not to open either, love, or all this will have been for nothing.
You'd always try pretending it's meant to be like this. A theme cafe, you know, like the Hard Rock.
Oh yeah, call it the Hard Up.
Hey, why not? You could have spades and trowels on the walls donated by star tradesmen. Here, you could start with my jeans.
You wouldn't need tables and chairs then. You could just use upturned crates and old oil cans.
Yeah, and waiters walking around with their shirts off, showing a bit of bum cleavage, whistling at all the women customers.
I was thinking more on the lines of comfy seats and buttered scones, you know?
Why don't you get a bank loan then? I'm sure they'd lend you the money. This place could be a little gold mine.
I'd put money in if I had any.
And me.
Worrying about a bank loan is the last thing I need.
Kathy, you've got to get this place open. The sooner you start making money, the sooner you can pay off any debts. You've come this far. Don't blow it now.
I've been down to that village hall. There's no sign of them wedding presents.
Well, they'll probably be on market stall in Oppen by now.
It's not right, you know. They should go back to the people as bought 'em. As me and Seth got 'em a lovely toaster.
Yeah, so did I. Glovers did and all.
Good job things turned out the way they did, then. Nothing worse than starting married life with too many toasters.
Hello, love. How are you feeling?
Oh, full of the joys of spring.
Well, I've got you a nice rabbit stew.
I'm not hungry.
Well, you've got to keep your strength up.
Betty, I'm not ill. And thanks very much for bringing all this food, but I'd rather you didn't.
How about if you went down to Woolpack for a nice quiet drink?
Aye, why don't we?
Both of you. Please, can you just leave me alone?
That's the parish council on the phone. We're getting the village hall tied up.
I hope you didn't volunteer to do it, not after the mess you made of Donna's room.
Look, I told you, the walls aren't straight in these old buildings. Anyway, it's being done on this community service lark.
Oh, what you mean by criminals who should be inside? Never mind messing around doing made-up jobs.
The hall does need a lick of paint, love, especially after the Dingles knees up. They don't have real criminals on these schemes. Eric Cantona, he was on one.
And so's Sam Dingle. And if you don't call what he did to Jack and Sarah criminal, then you're even softer than I thought.
Oh, sit yourself down, lad.
I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
To see Tina.
After what she's done to you?
Betty, I've spent months with her. I know her. Maybe better than she does herself.
She's a wicked little trollop. Oh, I know you probably don't want to hear
No, I
this,
don't,
but-
actually. Look, perhaps she started out even wanting to hurt me, but she did love me, Betty. Nobody seems to understand that. Look, if I can talk to her, I can make her see sense. I know I can.
It's you that wants to see sense, lad.
Why won't anybody believe me?
Oh, where's that money you owe me?
Hey, now, let us out, will you? You'll get it.
When?
Got a job on.
Oh, yeah, what has? Tom Jones's roadie?
Frank?
Well, it certainly isn't Tom Jones, is it? Who else did you think it was?
Do you want a list of the people I owe money to? People who do that for real?
There isn't a business that does no money somewhere.
Oh, aye, but most businesses have more assets than a few broken motors.
Thought you'd got it made. All those cash deals.
Oh, aye. Yes, taxman got interested. I got squeezed out of the bus operation. Otten coaches wanted me routes. They put 3 buses an hour on, cheaper fares, and drove me out. Now, they've doubled the fares and cut down on services. Anyhow, after that little tale of woe, please tell me. You haven't come to buy me out.
I've come to buy your lunch, you dope.
I need to get this motor fixed, get it sold.
Give you a hand with it?
You what? I can't remember the last time me and you weren't under a bonnet together.
Probably when you were driving the boss's car and pulling young dolly birds by telling them you were Tom Jones's chauffeur.
Dolly birds? Shows how long ago it was. Worked and all, didn't it? His fans will all be old women now.
Yeah, our age.
Well, he'll have to come out sooner or later.
And do what? He can't retake his A-levels again. He'll be in Tina's class for starters.
Well, he'll just have to take his chances in real world with the rest of us thickies.
Doing what?
How should I know? Got enough on with my own job.
Right, sorry.
No, it's me. Not enough sleep.
I've been thinking. How do you fancy going away somewhere?
Yeah, great. How about Robin Hood's Bay? It's lovely there.
It's not really what I had in mind.
Oh, well, Leeds is all right.
No, I was thinking away. I thought Amsterdam, maybe.
Amsterdam? Just you and me?
Yeah.
All of Eric's French booze went yesterday.
Ah, so the market be right for more then? What's Eric got to say about it?
What do we need him for? I mean, we had a good time on trip, but it were him that made most money out of booze.
So just me and you then?
Maybe. Maybe take the women.
Terry, can you hear yourself? I thought the idea is to have a good time.
Ah, you're right.
Dave, Biff, thank goodness I've found you. That daft lad's gone to see Tina Dingle.
Next time you turn your back, strap him to a radiator or something, will you?
Hey up, Luke. Come for a slice of wedding cake? Hey, Mum! Dad! It's my brother-in-law! Or not?
I want to see Tina.
Oh, I thought our Sam was stupid.
I'm not going. Not until I've seen her.
If you think you're going to lay a finger on her...
I promise I won't touch her.
Go on, go home!
Is she frightened of facing me?
What's the matter, Luca? Got nobody to play with? No family, no friends?
Is that all it was? A game?
Something like that. And I won.
You love me, Tina. Despite yourself. Go on, tell them. You weren't acting, you're not that good.
Oh, but I am, Luke. It helped, of course, that you are very, very stupid.
All that she is an empty bitter. You may have convinced them. You may even have convinced yourself, but not me. I can still hear you shouting that you love me. Screaming it in my ear. What's happened? She wouldn't even talk to me.
You're out, mate. You're cut to bits.
I think it was a stone.
What, they threw stones at you?
She couldn't even face me, you know?
Yeah, well, what the hell do you expect? She's a coward like the rest of them.
She loved me. I could see it in her eyes. She couldn't deny it.
Look, what does it matter?
Of course it matters.
Good lunch.
Yeah, not bad. Fantastic.
Oh, perhaps I must have a Brit special sometime.
Eh? No, it's Danny. He wants us to go away together. Amsterdam.
Oh. I take it you said yes?
Oh, well, not yet. But he asked me. You know what that means.
I'm sure your father would.
Thanks. What are you looking so happy about?
Danny has invited Linda on a dirty weekend away.
Oh, has he? Oh, how wonderful.
Emma?
It's not a dirty weekend away.
Where's he taking you?
Amsterdam.
It's a dirty weekend away. When are you going?
I've not said I will yet.
But you will.
I don't know. There's all sorts of things to consider.
A separate room?
If the father's anything to do with it, it'll be separate countries.
Danny's not like that. He doesn't understand.
Okay, try it now.
My, Delilah. I hate to say this, Frank Tate. I couldn't have done it without you.
I hate to say it, Des Burtonshaw, but you're right.
Fancy a drink? Orange juice, mineral water. It's on me.
Now I'll get the drinks. It's the best day I've had in ages.
You're not serious.
I'm deadly serious. Better than faffing around home farm being important. I was so used to being Mr. Big, I've forgotten what it's like to get your hands dirty.
Well, if you want to swap with me, you're on. Especially if you throw the lovely Kim in with a deal, eh?
I'll tell you what, Des. That wife of mine is a lot harder to keep sweet than a truck engine.
No overtime today?
Was that your idea?
Frank's.
Sorry, I've got to go. My mate needs me.
Come on, David, he's a big boy. You shouldn't play grown-up games if you can't handle them.
Yeah, well, some folk forget it's other people's lives they're playing with.
Hope you're not comparing me with that.
No, I'm not. Dare say others might.
There is a difference. You know exactly what you're doing.
I thought I did. I was wrong. So I reckon you should find another game to play. Try Happy Families.
That's not what you said the other night. Do you want me to remind you what you did say?
That was then. It was a mistake.
It wasn't. You're gonna go back into the office?
No, I've got to go.
Oh, come on. Frank will be home soon.
Where are you going?
I think I heard the phone. Might be my husband. You get off home, get a good night's sleep. No use here if you can't function properly.
Can't you just write to Lady Weir? Ask her if she's got any more of them plates. You know, to match. A set would be lovely.
Do you know, I'd almost forgotten what it were like to live here. I'm going out.
Where do you think you're off to?
Dunno, see a mate.
Oh, you still got some? You're not going out on your own, not while that lot is about.
I can handle him.
No, if he was daft enough to come here, your dad's right. You're not going out without him and your brothers.
Woolpack it is then.
Woolpack? Well, that's asking for trouble.
Why do you think he wants to go?
For once, it won't be us at the 8. It's her.
We're dingles. You ain't one of us, you ain't all of us. And besides, I'm very proud of what our Tina's done. And so would El Benabin and all.
Thank you. Very nice.
Tell me more about your business.
Oh, it's boring. Not half as glamorous as your police work.
It's hardly glamorous.
Well, it is the way you do it.
I'm not used to this. First the flowers, now dreadful compliments.
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm not used to being in the company of, well, is a beautiful woman also a dreadful compliment?
it's a dreadful exaggeration.
Not from where I'm sitting. Mind you, I have been advised to start wearing glasses.
That's better. I am used to being one of the lads.
Well, you're hardly one of those.
Well, you are in the force. There's two kinds of coppers. One who accept you as one of them, if you pull your weight, and the others who think a woman's place is in the wrong.
Ah.
Oh, and then there's the third kind, my husband.
Your husband? I didn't...
Oh, we're separated, Eric. He felt it was his duty to have a crack at every woman PC. That didn't stop when we got married.
Ah, I'm sorry.
And my detective's hunch tells me that you're not the marrying kind.
I'm sorry, my dear. You better stay on the beat.
Oh, what happened? Divorce?
A very large aeroplane falling on a very small village.
Oh, Eric, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm coming to terms with it. Anyway, I am a half-full man, not a half empty one. Here's to the other half.
Cheers.
Thank you.
And a scotch.
You've got to admire the Dingle family.
I've never heard admire and dingle in the same sentence before.
I'm amazed at their cheek. That girl acts as if she's just had a tiff with a boyfriend. What jilted him at the altar.
There you go, Al.
Territ, lager's off.
All right. Do you fancy helping me out tomorrow night?
I thought you wanted me for my body.
No. Well, no, I mean...
It's a joke, Al.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Viv, how's Luke?
He's fine. He's having a night in with Dolores. He don't waste much time, does our Luke?
Oh, Kathy.
Who did you think it was?
I was just...
Hey, do you want to go home? Get some sleep?
No, I'm fine.
Here's some wine.
Oh, cheers.
So, how's Luke?
Well, he went off to see Dingles, didn't he? Reckoned he needed to see Tina.
Well, you reckon he needed to see a psychiatrist more?
Yeah, he must be seriously balmy.
You forget the spells a woman can cast over a man.
That's what women reckon they can do. But blokes can walk away at any time.
Oh, don't let me stop you. The door's over there.
I meant, I didn't mean you. Here, come and tell us about tea rooms.
Oh, don't. I've got to get it open in the next 2 weeks. Almost the best of the summer trade. And if I do that, well, cash flow's going to be sticky. Depends on the weather. I might get a good September, October. Or else I've got...
Don't tell me about tea rooms. Tell us about these wicked spells you can get.
You don't want to know about my cash flow forecast, do you? You'd rather a bit of this.
No, tell me about your cash flow forecast. Cash flow forecast?
Cheers, love.
Hey, look, I'll get a bottle of champagne. Some smoked salmon, candles, Smokey Robertson on the stereo.
Don't you think we spend enough time staring at each other's faces?
I'm talking about you and me in our own little cottage. Close the curtains. Forget about this place for a while.
Well, if you want.
OK. Well, let's go out for a slap-up meal. Boogie the night away.
Whatever you want.
I want to do something for you.
Well, let's go somewhere then. I mean, we'll have a laugh.
Oh, a bite for me, lovely sherry.
You got 2. 11.
Do you believe the brass neck of that little madam?
She's a dingo. I don't expect doubt less.
Hey, you! You! Tina Hardface!
What have I done to you, Mrs. Eggleton?
Nout. You wouldn't dare.
Oh, if it's about the wedding presents, I haven't had a chance to write thank you letters yet.
Don't bother. Just send presents back. That'll do.
You better see it, bridegroom. I reckon he's had them all.
Mr. Dingle, I don't think you were very well advised to come here, not for a while.
What have we done? Few drinks, game of darts, and this drunken old bat starts slugging off our Tina.
I was about to ask Mrs. Eggleton to restrain herself.
Stuff that.
You can't be taking their side, Mr. Turner. She's ruined Luke's life.
See? There's another one.
Just ignore him, Dad.
I've just left Luke. He's in a right state.
A little lass made him cry.
Shut it, Mortimer.
And all because your little sister pretended she was pregnant, he's given up everything. his family, his career and his self-respect. Now, I don't for 1 minute think you have a clue what I'm talking about. But to some people, it's important. The only one that didn't know was the one who really loved you. Now, I hope you can live with yourself, because I'm sure as hell nobody else ever will.
Hey, time to go home, eh?
If they're chucking him out, they better chuck me out, I know.
I'm sorry, Seth, but Mr. Dingle and his family haven't done anything as yet.
Haven't done anything? They've disgraced the very name of Emmerdale. And if I was a man, I'd smack every one of their silly, gormless faces.
Come on. Cheers, Mr. Turner. Thanks for doing the right thing for once.
Dave.
Sorry, Kath.
Let's go back in.
I wish.
Yeah, we can close the curtains and pretend we're not here.
I feel like getting under bed myself.
Under the bed? That's novel. I'll try anything once.
Look, I've got to get off. See Luke.
Oh, that's sweet. You've been really good to Luke over all this. I'm seeing a different side to you.
Yeah, Florence Nightingale, that's me.
Well, I think it's about time I took care of you.
All right, sounds interesting.
I know I've been neglecting you lately. All I seem to have been doing is running around trying to sort out these tea rooms.
It's all right, I understand. I know how important it is to you. I'm proud of you.
Well, it's good to know that whatever happens, I've got you.
Look, I better check on Luke. Biff will be wanting to get off to work.
How is that poor lad?
Well, my instincts tell me he's not the happiest bloke in the village.
Morning.
Hey, up, cavalry's here.
Hello, David, love. Have you come to take over the watch?
Aye. How's he doing?
It's pretty much the same. I'll see you later.
Okay.
David, could I have a quick word about Bill?
Who's Bill?
No, the bill over me catering.
Oh, I don't think this is a good time to ask, do you?
No, I know, and I wouldn't bother you, love, if I wasn't at my wit's end. Only it cost me hundreds, did that. I put on a good spread, even though I do say so myself. And quality costs.
I'll have a word with him as soon as I can.
Oh, it's taking a right chunk out of my burial fund.
Look, I'm not promising anything, but I'll see what I can do, okay?
In fact, if I was to pop my clogs tomorrow, Seth would have to take me to church in a wheelbarrow.
Oh, look at the state of you. I told you to put your suit on.
I can't, it's got stains on it. Spilled some beer on it at wedding.
What?
Go and put your father's suit on, then. You're not showing me up in front of that community services bloke.
Oh, Mum! Do we have to take all these presents back to the shops?
Yes.
Can I keep some?
No, you can't.
Just one.
I said no and I meant no. We need cash.
Oh, go on, let him have one. It's no skin off your nose.
Brilliant.
What about me?
Ah, you can have one and all.
You spoil them, lads.
That's mine. I'm oldest, I get first dibs.
Hey, you two. I'd make the most of that. Closest you'll get to the real thing.
Now look what you've done!
Will you get up them stairs and put your dad's suit on now?
If I take all this stuff back for you, will you let me keep half the money?
Why should I?
That money is mine by rights.
Shut it, the money's mine. I'm treating myself for once.
You lot make me sick. Look at you. Like pigs scratching around after scraps.
You and I go back a long way, Des.
Longer than I care to remember.
We're a good team, you and me. I want to pitch in with you again. Help you make a go of it.
You're joking.
This scrapyard could be a nice little earner, given half a chance.
Thanks for the thought, mate, but I can't afford to borrow any more money. I'm in deep enough already.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about giving you my time, getting stuck in. I enjoy being with you. It does me good to get my hands dirty instead of sitting behind a desk shuffling papers.
Hey, you're in the right place.
So it's okay with you?
Just one more thing.
What's that?
Stick kettle on, will you?
You cheeky...
You've got it on, haven't you?
What?
You know,
I don't.
your vest.
No.
Why not?
'Cause
I go to all the trouble to iron the beggar and you don't even bother to put it on your back.
What difference does it make? He's not going to know if I've got vest on or not.
I know. I'm your mother.
All right.
Who? You mean me? It's got to do with you?
Don't you work at that massage parlour down the high street?
I do not. I'll have you know I'm a respectable married woman. It's a good job my husband isn't here. He'd nail you to that door by you.
You can go now.
I'm not leaving you here on your own. This place is full of criminals.
Samuel Dingle?
Yes. Just a minute. Seen a smudge there.
Get off, man.
Have a seat. He won't be long. Could I ask you to wait out here for a moment?
Oh, no, he needs his mum. It's not right.
He'll be fine, I assure you.
Don't be giving him all the rubbishy jobs, you know, just because he's gotten out upstairs. Why don't you let him work with animals? He's used to being with animals.
I'm sure he is. Has anybody explained to you what community service is?
Yeah, you have to do shopping for old ladies and that.
You'll be given the opportunity to give something back to the community. You'll be going back to the scene of your crime.
You're not going to lock me in phone box, are you?
You'll be doing your community service in Emmerdale.
Have you seen all this lot? Look, I know you're in a bad way, mate, but none of this is gonna go away. Have you an idea how much you owe? You're looking to clear this lot before you get a pension. Look, I know you're really hurt and humiliated and all the rest of it. You've got to get a grip, Luke!
With Jupiter in the ascendant, opportunities will be fulfilled. And you'll see for yourself that sometimes it really does pay to follow your heart. That's it, I'm going. I've made my mind up. I'm going to Amsterdam with Daniel Weir, and that's that.
Good. If you're sure that's what you really want.
I don't know. Mum and Dad would go berserk if they found out.
Well, they might have a point.
I'll just have to lie to them, that's all. Well, it's not my fault they're so narrow-minded, is it?
Well, I suppose they're just trying to do their best for you.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. A woman of my age worrying about what her parents think about every little thing.
Linda, how old are you? 17, 18?
Exactly. And let's face it, we're all European now, aren't we?
Oh, you're not going all cosmopolitan on us, are you?
I'm going to Amsterdam. I've decided.
Good for you. I mean, if you can't be wild and irresponsible when you're young, when can you be? But that's just me for you. Speak first, think later. You've got to make up your own mind. What do I know?
Spit it out then. Here you go.
Brilliant. I can be a silver-tongued devil when I want me.
Is that right?
Ah, you should have heard me. I told him that the bridegroom would run off with another woman.
Oh, I dare say you did your best.
I must have cleared nearly a couple of £100.
Oh, a small change is that, compared to what I got. Turned out to be a right little money spinner as this.
Oh, we should get our Tuna to do it again with someone else. We make a packet. Oh, me, let me have a go at it. I'll have a do at marrying someone.
Who'd marry you?
Dad, Mum says you to bring that money from presents over to Castle.
What about you? What's your little service to the community going to be then?
Oh, I've got to paint the village hall. I've got to report to Vic Windsor this afternoon.
So it's just me and you this time. Keep it stum.
Oh, didn't know you cared.
Hey, no, it's serious business, this French trip. Could be a fair bit of brass in it.
You're right, it could.
Paul took more than his fair share last time. I reckon it's our turn.
Right then. One night we'll shoot off in a van, tell everyone we're going down to London, do a bit of house clearance for a mate, and then sneak back in here in the early hours. Bob's your uncle.
Look at you two, thick as thieves. Glad I found you both together. I have got a great idea for the next French trip.
What a coincidence. We were just talking about that, weren't we, Tel?
Listen, the perfect cover. We organise a bus trip for the whole village.
You lost your marbles?
Well, think about it. Put everyone on the top deck.
Oh, well, on the bottom deck, we put our own little personal little goodies.
Exactly.
Hey, and customs assume that they belong to the whole group. And who are we to tell them different?
Sounds good to me. Right, I'll have to catch you later. They're wheeling in some criminal to paint the village hall. I'm in charge, so I better go and meet him.
Hey. Talking of criminals, how did you get on with the delectable WPC Metcalf?
Well, let's just say that she wasn't impervious to my charms.
So what happened then?
Sorry, lads. Too much of a gentleman to spill the beans.
Alan,
Is she wanting any help tonight?
No, you go and enjoy yourself.
Oh, some up.
I thought you two were planning a cosy evening in.
Oh, Terry was. I want some excitement. I want a posh restaurant, cute Italian waiters with tight bums.
He's making a real effort.
Oh, I know what that would have meant. Terry's limp, predictable pasta, warm white wine. Oh, kitchen will look like a bomb's hit it. No, we're going out.
1:30, thank you. Where have you been?
My criminal not here yet, then? You? You're my criminal?
Hey, he's not a criminal. He's just easily led.
I don't care. I think what you did was disgusting, unforgivable.
Well, he's here to pay for his crime.
You'll make him pay, all right. You won't get an easy ride with me, son. 1 foot out of line and I'll be on to your community service officer quicker than you can say... chicken tikka masala. Afternoon, officer. Come to check up on the fugitive? Let me assure you that when he's in my custody, you can rely on me to uphold the letter of the law.
Are you Victor Windsor?
At your service. Call me Vic.
Sorry, Vic. I'm here to arrest you.
I get it. This is a joke. You're a fuzzogram, aren't you, cheeky Viv?
Victor Windsor, I must warn you that you do not have to say anything.
What's he done? Yes, what's he done? I don't want our Sam being corrupted by the likes of him.
It's just as well they're taking him away, because I will not be held responsible for my actions.
Oh, have you had a domestic, then?
It's him. He's got a parking fine. He hasn't paid it. Thinks they might forget about it, as if.
Oh, heck, that doesn't sound too good.
And now he's pretending he hasn't paid it on principle. Thinks it makes him look less stupid.
Are they going to throw the book at him, then?
I'd like to throw something at him. Something distinctly brick-shaped.
Oh, don't you worry, Viv, love. I won't tell a soul.
I'm right glad he's going to be my supervisor.
Better go, I'm late.
I can't let you leave until you've given me your answer.
About what?
Are you coming to Amsterdam with me, or do I have to go all by myself?
Well, that would be telling. I could give you my answer tonight.
I need to know now.
All things come to those who wait. Now move. Answer's yes.
It's your night off.
I hope you're not going to ask me to cancel it.
No, you go and enjoy yourself. I just thought this might help to oil the wheels.
Yeah. It's very kind, Al.
What a nice gesture, Mr. Turner. I'm filled up here.
I'm afraid those two are going to need all the help they can get.
Aye. Me and Betty are planning a romantic night at Sen's.
Quick, I need a stiff drink.
What's the matter?
Vic Windsor has been carried off, kicking and screaming. He's been arrested.
Chris, how you doing? Good to see you.
And you?
Got you drinking? Just over here. Oh.
You're all right, I can manage.
Cheers.
And to you.
You looking well? Never been better, mate. Play your cards right and you could be in for a piece of the action yourself.
So, what's all this about, then?
I've been doing this new job now for 6 months, right? And I'm not joking. I've made so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I'm telling you about it because I reckon you'd be brilliant at it.
So, what's his dream job, then?
Consultancy. It's where the serious money is.
Go on. Well, we couldn't have stayed in.
Well, we're here now, so can't we make the most of it?
I got the food in and everything. I just wanted us to be in our own for a change.
We are on our own.
In a crowded restaurant.
Oh, for God's sake, will you stop moaning?
I just fancied a quiet night in, that's all. Just you and me together.
I can't think why you want to play house all of a sudden. I mean, it's not as if we've ever done it before. A few things in there.
Hey, love.
Hey, I got a phone call today. Remember Sandra from my old school?
How can I forget? You two were joined at a hip and handbag for long enough.
Isn't that her with a face like a busted clog?
Dad! She's getting married.
How much is she paying him?
She's invited me to her engagement party next weekend in Manchester. Can I go?
I don't see a reason why not. Do good to get away for a change, see the bright lights of this city and that.
What about you, Daniel? You going too?
Oh, I wish I was. I'll be the only bloke with all those women.
Hey!
Look, can I get you both a drink?
I can't believe Sam Dingle's doing his community service in the village hall. I ask you.
Well, it must be like rubbing salt in the Sugden's wounds, seeing him swanning round village each day.
This country's going to the dogs. Here's me, dragged down the police station, treated like a common criminal.
And if you don't pay your parking fine tomorrow in court, you'll find that you're in solitary at home too. All privileges withdrawn.
Oh, well, it's nice to see you're on my side for a change. I should never have been given that parking ticket. It's a diabolical liberty.
You know, lassie, it looks as if we're the only couple round here who get on. It takes us wise, mature folk to show young as how it's done.
Excuse me, your starter, sir. The ham is for the lady and the mushrooms for yourself. Thank you. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Look, I know things haven't been right between us lately.
You've noticed then?
I really love you.
What's brought this on?
And we've got so much going for us. We've got a great pub to work in, good friends. And I'm really glad that we got a place of our own at last. It's the best thing we've ever done. I feel really settled.
So you're spending most of your free time pouring up shelves and drooling over soft furnishings?
Can't you be serious for a minute? I think it's time we started thinking about having kids.
You must have a screw loose. We're in enough trouble as it is. I'm not sure we've got a future together as a couple. Never mind as a family.
You do realise what you've done? Luke's devastated. He's walking round like a zombie.
No change there, then.
You're like a bloody machine. Is there a person in there? You took us all in, didn't you? I thought you were my friend. I supported you.
This has got naught to do with you. Don't take it so personally. Look, if I could have told anyone, it would have been you. I didn't want to string you along.
So what did you hope to gain by all this, then?
I got exactly what I wanted. Revenge.
You're twisted, you are.
You don't know what it's like to lose a brother. I couldn't let Luke get away with it. I just couldn't, all right? You'll get over it. Just like we had to get over Ben. Look, let's talk about it when we've both had a chance to calm down a bit.
All right, mate, you get off. I'll take it over again.
I don't need babysitting, thanks. You've done your job now.
How you feeling?
Can't even imagine it.
Yeah, I know, mate, but you got to start putting all this behind you. Look to the future.
What future?
Oh, come on, Luke. Don't be like this. You've got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah. You'll be able to look back at this and laugh at it.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that as of tomorrow, your babysitting duties are over.
There you go, you see. You're feeling better already. Ready to face people.
It's quite the opposite. There's too many painful memories in Emmerdale. I've got to get away.
Hang on a minute, mate. You can't just turn your back and run.
I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going back to London.
You're up bright and early.
Yeah, well, Hurricane Kim swept through yesterday with a few ideas about keeping the place up to scratch. Do you know I could cheerfully strangle that woman sometimes?
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Oh, she's been giving you our time.
Well, got to keep on the right side of the boss, haven't you?
Yeah.
Hey, went round to see Luke last night. Now there's a bloke that's had his fair share of women trouble.
How was he, Dave?
Lousy. He's decided to throw the towel in, go back to London.
You can't blame him, can you? Do you know, I hate to think of Tina laughing.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it now.
Do you know, she must be as hard as nails. All those months, stringing him along like that, pretending she wanted him. I could never lead a double life like that.
Hey, had a bath and it's not even Christmas. He must be taking this seriously.
There's nothing wrong with him looking smart for his first day's work.
It's not work. It's community service.
Same difference.
Forced labour, if you ask me.
Well, it makes a change from sewing mailbags, doesn't it?
This could be a great opportunity for him to learn some new skills.
He's painting Village Hall, not joining Open University.
It's a fresh start. Magistrate obviously saw some potential in you. Right, here's your lunch.
Oh, thanks, ma'am.
The one from the Reading reception, the last ones.
Oh.
They're all right, I've toasted them. Right, best of luck, son. Don't you let us down now.
See you tonight.
See you, Sam.
Oh, morning, Linda. What can I get you?
Oh, isn't the post office open yet?
Not till 9:30. But if it's stamps you want, I've got plenty here.
No, I need a passport form. Just, one of those one-year jobs.
Oh, we'll have to go into Horton for that.
Right.
Ned taking you all somewhere nice, is he?
Hey?
Well, for your holidays.
How do I look?
Like a man that's just about to get the book chucked at him.
It's just a parking offence. What a great train robbery.
And if you'd have paid it in the first place, you wouldn't even be in court.
Well, thanks for your support.
Frank, glad I caught you. I've got a few calls to go over. I'm off that. Well, how long will you be?
I don't know. Des has picked up an old bus. Asked me to give it the once over. Probably needs some work.
Right, somebody's been passing dud 20s down Aldi Village.
Tell the police. Get some warning notices stuck up.
We've still got a problem with the hot water in the chalet by the pool.
Chase maintenance.
I have. I just thought things might move a bit quicker with a rocket from you.
Learn to assert yourself, Dave. That's what I pay you for.
And the temp we had in has left us with a load of double bookings next week.
So deal with it.
OK, Frank.
Any real emergencies, get in touch with Kim. Sure she'll be happy to manage the office with you.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing you can't deal with between you.
Speciality teas? Can you put them on the back shelf? They're going in a cabinet. Eric Pollard's delivering furniture later.
You know they've only delivered half your soft drink order.
Oh, great. That's just what we need in this weather.
Hey, well, we'll be able to use that spring water if we're struggling.
Yeah, we're never going to be ready in time, are we?
It's always darkest before the dawn. You see, I didn't think I was going to have my food ready in time for my wedding reception, but it all turned out champion.
Well, the only thing that did go well with that wedding.
Oh, and that reminds me. I still haven't got paid for that yet.
Well, you better hurry. I hear Luke's leaving town tonight.
Kathy, would you mind if I just nipped out for a moment?
Oh, Betty. Look, can you be quick?
Oh, thanks, love.
Right, Dolores, there's some frozen cakes here somewhere. We better find them before they start defrosting themselves.
Hello, love. I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're busy with your packing and everything.
That's all done now.
Well, we'll all be sorry to see you leaving.
It's the best thing.
Maybe. Now, the reason I've come round, love... Oh,
For the wedding food.
it cost a lot more than this, love.
I know, but that's all I've got. Tina's cleaned me out.
I mean, there's jam to pay and everything. I mean, we spent a lot on preparing
I know.
it.
I'll get my dad to send the rest.
You all right, love? Oh, I know you're upset. It's only natural. But believe me, you're a lot better off without her. It'll be okay when you get back with your family. Oh, I don't like to see you like this.
I'm all right. Look, I've had a lot on my mind. But that's all sorted now.
Mr. Windsor?
No.
I'm sorry, my husband can't be here this morning.
That's right, he's in court, isn't he? funny if he ends up with community service too.
This is awkward. I can't stay with Sam all day. I've got other cases to deal with. I was hoping your husband was going to be here to keep an eye on him.
No chance.
I don't suppose you can.
I've got the post office and the shop to run, and I have to lock up every time I leave the place. We've already been robbed once.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance. Pollard's the name.
That would be most kind, Mr. Pollard.
Well, I like to do my public duty. I've got to be round the village hall today anyway. I hold my antique sales here, if you're interested.
Thank you. Basically, the parish council would like Sam to clean and paint the hall. If you could check everything is okay from time to time?
Yes, well, I'm sure we can manage that, can't we, Sam? Perhaps it'd be a good idea if he helped me unload the van to start off with. Then we'd make sure that nothing was in his way when he got started.
Excellent. Well, this scheme is all about learning to help others.
Good. Well, you can start by unloading the van.
There are a couple of forms that need to be filled in.
Ah, right. Carefully. Well, you can run them by me.
Right, then. Let me see.
Come on, mate, there's always time for a quick pint.
No chance, I'm snowed under.
Well, you know what they say, all work and no play.
You're out of luck, Biff. I reckon David and I are just going to have to settle for a quick bite in the office today.
What's all this?
Paperwork. Frank seemed keen that you and I should get down to it together.
He said to contact you in emergencies, and I'm okay. I can handle things.
I'm sure you can handle anything, David. But it's better with two. And while Frank's away, I'm in charge. And you have to do what the boss says.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll get used to doing things my way. In fact, you might even get used to enjoying it.
What are you playing at, Kim?
What do you mean?
If you carry on like this, Biff's bound to guess there's something going on.
I don't think so. He's a nice boy, but he hasn't got much imagination.
Well, I'd rather not risk it, thanks.
Besides, why should Biff want to do anything to hurt us?
It's not Biff I'm worried about. It's just if gossip starts, it might get back to Frank, and then I'll lose my job.
Frank's not interested in what goes on here. He's too busy trying to relive his youth with Des. He's having a wonderful time. Stripping down engines, getting back to basics. I think it's all connected to his heart attack. That really worried him. So he's got to start trying to prove his manhood. Personally, I can think of better ways.
And what if Kathy finds out?
You really must stop worrying, David. I'm the boss, and you're the manager. And while Frank's away, we have every reason to be alone together in this office.
No, Sam. You've got to learn to work with the grain of the wood. That's the secret.
I thought I was supposed to be painting and decorating.
Well, there's plenty of time for that. You ought to be grateful. I'm teaching you a skill.
Get me to do your dirty work, you mean?
The ingratitude of the young. It'd be such a shame if I had to put in a bad report about you, wouldn't it? I'm sure you'd rather be doing this than going back inside. That's better. Just needs a bit of cooperation. You help me and I'll help you. You can even tell me what you want written on the form if you like.
Won't be any point, I can't read.
You just have to trust me then, won't you? Do you know, I can see we're going to get on famously, Sam. There's so much I can teach you. A whole new world of opportunities.
There you go, mate. Cheers, mate. Where's Dave? Kim's collared him. It's a working lunch.
Oh, poor Dave.
Yeah, she was in a funny mood, though. Seemed pretty keen to show him he had to take her orders.
Power always goes to Ed when Frank's away. I bet we'll all be in trouble.
Poor Luke was in such a bad way. I didn't like to argue the toss.
That's all very well, but it don't let him off paying his debts.
Well, he said his father would pay it, and Bernard wouldn't let us down. After all, he is a doctor.
He's a southerner and all. You can never trust him. Maybe we should try to raise money somewhere else. You could put his rent up for a start.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Seth.
Looking for me?
Mr. Adlington?
That's right.
I'm Zoe Tate, the vet.
I was expecting you a while back.
Yeah, sorry, I got lost.
We're a bit out of the way up here.
What's the problem?
Heifer, coughing. I've separated her out from the herd. I'm a bit worried it might be husk.
Didn't you use anti-house serum before you put them out to graze?
I thought so. It's been a difficult year, Miss Tate. I had to leave a lot to my cowman. He weren't very satisfactory. I had to give him his marching orders.
I see.
Bit different to our last vet. He were a crotchety old fella. You're a great improvement.
Thanks. What made you decide to change?
Oh, AdWords.
Right.
It's all right, Miss Tate. I don't row with everyone.
Glad to hear it.
Getting things sorted now. Making a fresh start. I think you and I are going to get on.
Hey up, Eric. Ah, Terry. Just the man I wanted to see.
I thought we could discuss the next French trip.
Well, we can do that over a drink. And I know just how you can work up a thirst.
Oh, aye.
Yes, I want you to supervise our new recruit's first delivery. This lot's got to go to Kathy's tea rooms.
I thought we were doing community service.
Don't worry, there's a few quid in it for you.
All right. Right, Sam. Here, you take that end.
What about the decorating? I haven't even started yet.
This is a lot more urgent.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Don't worry, I shall write a glowing report about you.
Eric, you going to give us an hand?
I'd love to, but I think I'd better fill this in, just in case the supervisor pops by, you know.
I've done what I can, but I think I ought to come back to see how she's progressing.
Aye.
And it'd be a good idea to check on the rest of the herd if you're not too sure about what treatment they've had.
Oh, well, whatever you say. I suppose it's going to cost me an arm and a leg.
Well, I try to keep my prices competitive, but prevention's always cheaper than cure.
Yeah, I'm learning that the hard way. You'll stop for a bit of tea with me?
That's kind of you, but I'm running late.
Oh, go on, you'll be doing me a favour. My wife's over at her mum's, so I could do with the company. Oh, you're back.
My dad gave me a lift.
This is my wife, Margaret. Zoe Tate, our new vet.
Pleased to meet you.
I was trying to persuade her to have a bit of tea with us.
I'm sure Miss Tate's a busy woman. We don't want to keep her from her work.
Ah, well, looks as though she might be a regular visitor for a while, so maybe next time, eh?
Yeah, maybe.
Right, well, it's been nice knowing you guys.
We're not letting you go without a farewell drink in the Woolpack.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who'd like to say goodbye, Luke. You've made a lot of mates in this village.
I don't know if I can face them. You've nothing to be ashamed of. Sir, that should be scared of showing her face around here, not you. That may be, but I can't go to the Woolpack. I'm skint.
Oh, well, we've already had a little think about that. So we've had a whip round.
You see, you've got no excuses now.
We're not taking no for an answer, so you better give in gracefully.
Easy, Kiff! Oh, it's not even sold yet. That's what you get if you trust the word to Laurel and Hardy. Now then, Luke, I'm sorry to hear you're leaving us.
Yeah, well, I'll be in the chair in the Woolpack if you fancy a farewell drink.
Thanks, lad. I would like to wish you well.
Come on, lads, keep it moving. Only a bit to go.
I thought I'd be all right with your mate on the bench.
Lady Weir is just a friend. I can't have any influence of her no role as a magistrate.
Yes, I can see that. She fined me 200 quid to count.
Face it, Vic. You got what you deserved.
That's just what I told him. And if he hadn't been so stroppy, he might have got off lighter.
With friends like you, who needs enemies?
Oh, Luke. Good evening. Glad you came in.
Hiya. We're all very sorry you've decided to leave the village, Luke. You're one of us now, so you're welcome back any time.
Well, thanks, but I think it's best if I go. But I'd like to buy everyone a drink first.
Ah!
If that's enough to cover it.
It's on the house.
Well, in that case, I'll have a triple brandy.
Well, I'm sorry. Took a bit longer than I thought.
Wouldn't have done it if you'd offered to lend us an hand.
Well, so don't make it worth your while. £5 for you, and a £10 for you.
Thanks, Mr. Pollard. But I thought it was worth more than this.
Well, I'm going to buy you a drink as well. And you, Sam?
Oh, no, thanks, Mr. Pollard. My mum's told me to come straight home. She wants to know how I've got on.
Oh, right. Well, you tell her that I've been very, very pleased with you.
Cheers.
Hi, Sam. How'd your community service go?
Great, I made a £5.
You're supposed to be painting and decorating, not forging banknotes.
No, Mr. Pollard paid it me for shifting furniture. I'm just going to go and tell Mum.
She'll be dead proud of you. Hey, carry on like this and you'll be the chairman of ICI before the month's out.
I don't think you should go in there, Tina.
Eh?
Luke McAllister's having farewell drinks. You're not going to be welcome.
That's his problem, isn't it? Not mine.
Oh, maybe it'd be best to leave it, Teen.
What are you going on about? We're going in there for a quiet drink, right? You can chicken out if you want, but I'm not letting that wimp spoil my evening.
I bet your mum and dad will be glad to have you back, Luke.
It's best to be with your family at a time like this, Lord.
Yeah, let's hope they think so. Haven't told him yet. Don't worry, mate. I'll get rid of her.
If you want any help, there's plenty of volunteers.
No, guys, just leave her alone.
You can't just stand by and watch her gloat.
Look, I'll do this my way. She's the one person I did want to see before I go. Hello, Tina.
Hiya.
Look, I need to talk to you.
I wouldn't have thought we'd have much left to say to each other.
You won't have to see me after tonight. Least you can do is listen.
Fair enough, talk away.
Not here. Not in front of everybody. Look, can we go somewhere quiet?
The answer's still the same, Luke.
Maybe. Can we?
May as well set the drinks up, this won't take long.
I don't know what's the matter with him. He's just setting himself up for another kick in the teeth.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy giving it to him.
Well, I don't reckon we should let this go on. Come on.
Your little friends have come out to watch. Maybe you should charge spectator fees. Be a way of you making back the money you lost.
Dave, is it okay if I borrow the car for a bit? Drive down the road.
Say please.
Please.
You always did have lovely manners. My mum liked that about you. Maybe that's because you're posh and I were dragged up. Quiet enough for you.
It'll do.
You still fancy me, don't you?
Guess I always will.
Well, if you're after a last chance, you're out of luck.
Oh, don't worry, I know that.
So what do you want?
Do I understand you?
I thought I made myself quite clear at the wedding.
I can't believe you're that hard.
You mean you don't want to believe it?
Are you telling me it was all just an act? All we went through, all we meant to each other? You're saying you never really had any feelings for me at all?
Oh, I had feelings for you. I hated you for what you did to my brother. If it's any consolation, I don't hate you anymore.
So what do you feel now?
Nothing. It's over with now, isn't it? And the sooner you run back to Mummy and Daddy, the better it'll be for both of us.
That's all I wanted to know.
What are you doing? I want to get out!
Tough!
This is crazy, Luke!
You started it!
No!
Never stood a chance.
Ask Tina Dingle.
Couldn't care less.
Frank's been over to the hospital to meet Bernard McAllister.
They'll be in a bad way.
Yeah, and Harry couldn't face it. She stayed in London with Jessica.
Poor lass.
Yeah. Frank tried to persuade Bernard to stay with us, but he just wanted to get back home after he'd been through all the formalities. Frank said he was terribly bitter.
It's good reason to be. They've got everything, that family. In a times like this.
I don't think I'll bother with that.
No, I don't feel like anything either.
I've been turning it over in my mind all night long. What if it had been one of ours? I don't think it's being selfish thinking like that, do you?
No. As soon as you have kids, it's in the back of your mind, isn't it? All the terrible things that can happen to them. Thank heavens it usually doesn't.
Maybe we should send the McAllisters a letter, eh? Not there's how we can say, like.
Well, at least they know we're bothered about them. Hi, all right. Well, we're still going then.
Yeah, well, Sandra's expecting me. Oh, come on, it is her engagement.
Are you okay about Luke?
Try not to think about it.
Maybe it's best way.
Well, you take care.
It's only Manchester.
Well, you leave us Sandra's phone number.
Oh, yeah, it's in here somewhere.
Oh, hello. Come on, sit down. I'll get you some breakfast.
I'll just have a brew, sir. Kim said I can have a day off.
Blimey, look at the time. I'm on this train in Leeds. Look, there you go.
Well, ring us.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, be careful.
It's probably best she's out of it for a day or two.
Yeah.
That looks terrific. Are you all right? I didn't think I'd be seeing you this morning.
I didn't know what else to do.
Are you sure you're up to it?
I went to the hospital with Tina.
How is she?
She's broken her wrist. They let her go home, though.
Well, she's very lucky.
Yeah.
You're not still opening, are you, after poor Luke?
I wasn't sure whether to or not.
Well, they say there's no room for sentiment in business.
Perhaps I shouldn't.
Well, we're not shutting the shop. Look, people have still got things to do. And anyway, it's not as if you've got flags and a brass band, is it?
Well, yeah, I suppose it's up to people if they come in or not.
Well, of course it is.
So you're opening, then?
I think I might as well. Look, Betty, there's no need for you to come in if you'd rather not.
Oh, no, if you're opening, I'll be there this afternoon, as we arranged. Never let an employer down yet. Never have. Never will.
I'd sooner they put me inside than do community service.
Don't be so daft.
It's soft.
Yeah.
You're not but a do-gooder, and you don't get paid.
Mr. Pollard's learning me all sorts.
You just watch yourself.
OK. Rodders are coming again.
What do they want now?
To interview our Tina later.
You tell them she's in bed badly.
Of course I did.
They've got naught better to do.
They've got to investigate with him dead.
They should hang their flags out.
Hey, less of that. Especially when coppers come.
Do you know, it could have been our Tina. From what she was telling me last night, I think he might have been trying to kill her.
Give over.
I won't put it past him. He did our Ben. Luke McAllister got everything he deserved.
Who's that lot for, then?
It's my dinner.
Surprised you can show your face this morning.
I've got community service.
Well, I don't think the community is all that thrilled about your family's contribution at the present minute.
Eh?
Luke, he'd still be here if he hadn't got messed up with your sister.
She's got a broken wrist, plaster on it and everything.
Oh, my heart bleeds for her.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Windsor. I'll tell her. See ya.
Is it an act, or is he really that thick?
Oh, he gives me the creeps. They all do. Hey, you never guess what I just seen?
I'll give that.
Linda Glover getting into Danny Weir's car.
Don't you mention that name to me. I'd rather have a dingle than a weir any day. At least there's no pretence with him. You know where you stand.
I mean, she came in for that passport. Do you think she and him are, up to something?
Well, if she is, she has my deepest sympathy. They're a family of hypocrites. There's your lady we're all nice and pally. Then when I'm up in the dock, bang! She comes down on me like a ton of bricks.
Well, you should have paid that blessing parking ticket.
That's not the point.
Sometimes, Vic, you are as dim as that dingle.
Obviously, I got the reports from the officers who attended the incident and witness statements. I'd like to get a general picture of events leading up to the crash. I'll be making a report for the coroner.
Well, I don't think there's much I can add. Luke came in for a while.
How was he behaving?
Well, he wasn't his usual self. And he wasn't drunk or anything like that.
How would you describe him?
Upset?
Well, you had good reason to be.
Why is that?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, please. The more complete the picture, the better.
Well, everybody knows who's to blame.
Tina Dingle.
Oh, you know about that?
I know Luke McAllister was in the frame for killing her brother Ben. What I can't understand is that she and McAllister had any sort of relationship.
Well, she set him up.
Who's that, then?
Who do you think?
Don't take long for people to get their knives out, does it? Maybe she needs a bit of sympathy. You thought of that?
You what?
Well, it's hardly her fault that a spoilt kid can't handle a lover's tiff.
Terry, this is Detective Sergeant Thwaite.
Aye, well, I'm just making sure you get both sides of it.
Oh, I intend to.
So, young fella, my lad, let's see how quickly you can get a lick of paint on that, eh?
All of it? That's right. Will it take all these cans?
No, of course not. Now, spread it thinly. We don't want any dribbles now, do we?
What are those for?
They're mine. What are you chortling for?
You're pinching them, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I put in a joint offer for these.
You've paid for them.
Some of us don't steal everything we lay our hands on.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Ah, good morning.
Hiya.
Trying to instill some values into my laddo here.
Shall I take those over to your house, Mr. Pollard?
Just get this lot painted. Never mind about him. How are you?
I'm busy. I've just been taking witness statements.
Dreadful tragedy. And of course, there's you people that have to pick up the pieces.
Thankfully, it's not an everyday occurrence.
Would you like to come to my place for dinner tonight? Give you a chance to wind down?
Well, I'd love to.
But?
Well, I really must get this paperwork written up.
See.
Can I ring you?
Yes, sure.
Hey, Mr. Pollard!
What?
I can't get the lid off the paint.
Hopeless.
Oh, you feeling better after your nap, love?
I couldn't get off. It's daft, Betty, but I was lying there. Oh, never mind, it's because I'm knackered.
Oh, go on, go on.
I was thinking about everything. And I should have been feeling sad. But I wasn't. I was feeling angry. I just wanted to grab hold of somebody. Shout at them. Shake them. And it was Luke I could see. It's just like he was standing there. If I could have grabbed him, I would have and knocked that stupid grin off his face. I just wanted to make him listen. If I'd have made him listen, it wouldn't have happened. And he'd still be here. My mate would still be here.
Biff shook up.
Oh, it's not right. I mean, how many lives are the Dingles going to ruin? You know, they're like a gang of school bullies and nobody's got the bottle to tackle them.
We can't change what's happened, lass.
You'd think nothing had happened looking at some people. Oh.
What do you reckon?
Oh, very good.
Did it myself.
Oh, I thought you'd run a competition with playgroup.
I'll get a few reeled off, then.
I wouldn't do that just yet.
Hey, listen. You can't start advertising for this sort of thing too soon. If we're going to hire a bus, I want it to be full. I'm not some council subsidising buses to run half empty, am I?
I know all that, but I just wouldn't advertise a fun trip after what's happened.
Well, they'll get over it. It'll cheer them up.
No, but it might backfire. They might think you're being callous. They might boycott it.
Yes, well, perhaps a period of quiet mourning and reflection is called for. You reckon tomorrow'd be too soon?
Nah.
Should never have given him those keys.
Dave, you didn't know what was going to happen.
We brought him down to the pub. If he hadn't come down, he...
Look, you can't blame yourself.
Can't I?
All right, lad.
Just wish I could turn back clock one day. He must have been off his head.
That happened the moment he took up with Tina. We don't know what were in his mind when he got behind that wheel.
Hiya. It's terrible in the village. What makes it worse? Everyone seems to expect me to know the McAllisters are taking it.
Oh, yeah, Dad rang. You said Bernard's bearing up.
I can't help feeling guilty. I mean, they asked me to keep an eye on Luke.
Well, they moved down to London.
Well, maybe they were just trying to give him a bit of independence.
What would you do if I suddenly died?
Chris?
It's all right, I'm not planning to.
Good. Something like this makes you realise that nothing's certain.
Precisely. You see, Tom Challoner, he sent me this financial advisor's pack. It's one of the questions you ask.
Chris, Luke's dead.
Yeah? Playing at being James Dean by the sound of it. It's sad, Rachel. It's very sad, but some of us, we have to look after the living.
Do you good, you know, a bit of fresh air.
It's cold. You should never have done what you did to our Ben.
No. It's nearly 12 months since.
That stuck-up lot will know what we went through now, won't they?
I'm just grateful it wasn't you.
Went crazy, Mum. He wanted to kill me. I couldn't stop him, he wouldn't listen. He just put his foot down. There's nothing I could do.
I know that.
People will blame me, though, won't they?
Well, you know the truth.
I didn't want him dead, Mum. Honest, I didn't.
Oh, right. What of our special Earl Grey?
Why don't you join me? I'm sure the dynamic duo will cope, eh? So, how's it all going?
OK for a first day. Mostly police.
Yes, well, I hope they know how to use saucers, eh?
Of course they do.
I don't want rings all over the tables, you know.
Eric, they are here to be used.
Kathy, these are here to be sold. Nobody's going to buy a piece of furniture with rings and cigarette burns, now are they?
Well, I'll put a sign up to customers, shall I?
People take advantage of you when you're in business.
I know. What's going on? Never mind, accidents do happen.
Not to my pieces, you clumsy girl. Do you know how much that was worth? This'll have to come out of her wages. She's going to be working here till Christmas to pay for that lot.
She's upset.
So am I.
You haven't paid for your tea.
It was cold.
She told one of you all that happened last night. She's in shock, this girl.
I'm sure if it had been Tina that had died, Mrs. Dingle, you'd want us to find out exactly what happened.
You didn't when our Ben was murdered. You couldn't care less then. Oh, but now it's a doctor's son. Well, for your information, that doctor's son tried to kill me.
Have you got that down, attempted murder?
We aren't here to lay blame.
Course you are. It's the same old story. Blame the Dingles.
Tina publicly stated that she hated Luke.
She never went.
At the wedding ceremony. Half the village witnessed it.
Well, she got cold feet. She changed her mind. You can't hold that against her.
Luke McAllister tried to kill me. I was there, I was the only witness. So you can get that down in your report.
It doesn't matter what you say, Dave. Tina wasn't going to stop until she destroyed him. And now she has.
Yeah, we all know that. There's nothing we can do about it.
You've changed your tune, haven't you?
It's too late.
Look, if somebody commits a crime, you don't just say, well, it's done now, we'll let them off.
Can't prove a crime has been committed.
Biff, I'm not saying it has. I'm saying she as good as killed Luke. And if he was a mate...
Of course he was.
Well, then we should do something about it. Ned, what do you think?
What's that, Nick?
Somebody should sort out Tina Dingle.
So much should have been done about the whole Dingle clan years ago.
Yeah, well, you're the only one who's ever stood up to him.
Yeah, I mean, Zach's had the odd set too.
Yeah, it's not stopped him, has it?
Same again, Tom. Lot of bad feeling flying around.
Well, that's hardly surprising.
I bet you're glad your Linda's out the way.
You know it makes sense.
Her being friendly with Luke, be upsetting for her.
Oh, yeah. She's gone to a girlfriend's in Manchester.
Oh, that's nice. A girlfriend's in Manchester.
Well, I reckon a few lads in here will be game.
Right, and what are we going to do when we get there?
We're going to tell them what we think of them. Yeah. Tell them what everybody thinks of them.
Oh, they'll all just sit there, nodding their heads.
Well, let them start summit.
Look, I'm going to go down to the malt shop and see if anybody there wants to come.
Well, we'll ask round here and see it outside in, what, half an hour?
Brilliant. Are you going to come
Excuse me, Ned.
OK, so...
You're welcome to come, Alan. I mean, don't feel that you've got to, but we know you're with us in spirit.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not. I don't think any of you should go.
Well, no, it's not your style.
No, it's not that. I can't condone mob rule.
The law's done nothing about the Dingles for years, so it's about time we did.
Yeah, the silent majority.
Well, not so silent.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, look, you just get down at Malt.
Yeah, well, this is ridiculous.
I'll grow up the lot of you, will you? Might make you feel better for a bit, but it won't bring Luke back.
Why don't you go and sit down, gentlemen? David's quite right.
So, what new skills did you learn today then, Picasso?
Oh?
Leave him alone.
Tell you, it's dobbing that community service. It's like doing a proper job.
Aye, for them, it's slave labour.
He's a shining example, is our Sammy.
You gave me some stick, though, man.
Who?
Them in village. They don't know how I can show my face. They say it's a pity it wasn't our Tina who snuffed it.
They better not let me hear them.
I think we better keep out of the road for a bit, you know, till it all blows over.
Why? I've done nothing wrong. You lot can skulk away if you like, but I'm not.
I'm with you, our kid. I'm not frightened of that bunch of turkeys.
We should go to the wool pack tonight. See what they'd say then, eh?
You've got a point, Nelly. We've got Proudy, we've got no toes.
Ah, we'll go in and show them all, eh?
No.
I thought you were on my side.
I am. And I don't want to see you hurt anymore. I know you're suffering, don't deny it. What's the point in you asking for any more?
Sorry I didn't hear you. I dozed off.
Sorry, I didn't think you'd be asleep.
That's all right. It's been a stressed sort of day.
Yeah.
Hey, you okay?
Can I stay over tonight? Sorry. It's Luke. I just can't handle it.
Yeah, sure. Come on, come in.
Oh, Vanessa, nice to see you.
I heard the awful news about the McAllister boy.
Yes, the flack's really been flying. We nearly had a lynch mob in here.
Tell me.
Have a butcher's at Lady Bountiful there.
Who?
Lady Toffee Nose.
Oh, leave it out. She finds you over a parking ticket. Big deal.
Look at her sniffing round Alan Turner. It's disgusting.
Shall we go home?
No, not driving me out. No way. It's in their genes, you know. All those years of interbreeding. And her own son's no better, seducing a lovely working-class girl like Linda Glover.
Just belt up. If Jan hears you, she'll go mad.
I wouldn't blame her.
Vic.
If it was one of our girls, I'd want to know.
What it all boils down to is the landlord fulfilling his wider responsibilities in the community, commanding respect and decent standards of behaviour.
You ought to be applauded, Alan. You know, it's frightening how quickly people fall into the mentality of witch trials.
Yeah, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
What exactly does that mean?
Except that in your court, the only difference is that the witch is on the bench.
Vic, why don't you go and sit down and I'll bring your drinks over?
No, that's to be said. She swans round here like the guardian of our morals, and even her own son's at it.
Mr. Windsor, your grudge is with me, not Daniel.
Deflowering Jan's lovely daughter. Taking her off to have his wicked way with her.
What? Why should Jan or I object to them enjoying a few days in Amsterdam?
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, Linda's at her friend's in Manchester.
Oh, I must have got it wrong.
She's in Amsterdam with Daniel, isn't she?